In this video, I will show how to set up Retrofit to library to your Android application project. So let's start. First of all, we create Android application project and call it Retrofit tutorial. And here we set company domain. And here we set where our application is saved. And here click next. And here we select API level, API 9. Should be OK. Click next. Here we select what kind of template we are going to use. We will use empty activity. And here everything is OK and click finish. Now we created new Android application project. Next step is to add Retrofit library to our project. In order to add Retrofit, we should add Gradle dependency of Retrofit library. In order to find Gradle dependency, you can open square.github.io/retrofit. And we go down and find Gradle dependency. It's here. We copy it. Now we open Gradle scripts. And inside it, we open build Gradle module app. So we are opening build Gradle file for our app module. Now, inside dependencies section, we put this dependency. And here we click this button, sync now. Now we added Retrofit library to our project. Next step is to add internet permission to our application. For that purpose, we open Android manifest.xml file. Inside it, we add internet permission. Now let's open main activity. Inside main activities on create method, we create Retrofit instance. Here we should set base URL for our API. In this video we will use IPFI API, so let's open it. It's ipfi.org, so let's copy this and let's put. And in the end, do not forget to put /. Next step is to create Java interface for our API, so let's create it. Now we created a Java interface, which we called API. Inside it, now we create one method which gets IP address. Here you can see that we are going to send GET request, and this / means that we are going to send request to base URL. As you can see, this method returns call response body. We will use a response body to get body as string. Now let's create instance of our Java interface. Now we created instance of our Java interface. We can use this instance for several times. Next step is to write code that sends a request to get IP address. After calling getIP method, we call enqueue method, which helps us to run code asynchronously. To enqueue method, we are passing instance of callback, which has two methods, onResponse and onFailure. OnResponse method is called when response is received. So it doesn't matter, response code is 200, 300 or 404, 500, it doesn't matter. So this method is invoked. OnFailure method is invoked when network exception happens. For example, you set 30 seconds for timeout. After 30 seconds, if server doesn't respond, onFailure method is invoked. Another example, when device has no internet connection, so IO exception happens. In that case, onFailure method is called. Note that only one method will be called, onResponse or onFailure. So now let's write our code, which gets a IP address and shows in logcat. Now everything is ready. When onResponse method is invoked, we get response and we get body of that response and convert it to string, and we will show it in logcat. So now let's run this code and see the result. Select your device here. Now application is running, so here we can see the result. We showed IP address in a logcat. So guys, that's it for this tutorial. This was introduction tutorial where I showed how to add Retrofit library to Android application project. I showed a simple example how you can connect to server using Retrofit library and get some information. So see you in the next video.